People have done enough of this to me, and I can't carry on that bullshit by doing it to myself. It's tiring. It makes me feel sick. I've hit rock bottom so many times, so why the fuck am I still acting like I don't have permission to breathe in the air I died to get, to taste, by keeping my breath caught in the middle of my throat when it yearned to be exhaled? Most of the people I loved in this life treated me like I didn't matter, and at a certain point, it made me feel like it didn't. These people who I held in such high esteem, but turned out to feel threatened at me when I held myself in the same regard. Threatened to the point of shutting me down, abusing me, scapegoating me, and turning away from me at my lowest point, while also holding knives behind my back at my highest. My entire being loved people all around me, just for them to show me what it felt like to be unloved. Yet still, the love I had for myself prevailed. Most of the time, this was not because of my courage. It was because of a lack of privilege. I did not have the luxury of leaning on the support that most people in their suffering I know had available to them in theirs. People hated me when I was down, and they hated me for getting up, as if I was born luckier or more capable, but the reality just was I had to claw my way out 50 times harder. I admired and cheered for everyone around me until I was the last one standing. Then I looked in the mirror and forgot to celebrate and root for the woman staring back at me. Had I forgotten that I was a force of nature to be reckoned with? Or was I still aware of this, only shied away from fully stepping into it? Mostly the exhaustion, because those shoes aren't easy to wear. As I placed one foot in front of the other into the flames, I remembered that, though I was alone, there were others walking alongside of me. My bones chant names of ladies from the past. I come from a line of women who are dead now, but lived lives that made it possible for me to be speaking right now. I come from a line of women who were burned, tortured, trafficked, ostracized, and abused. This line of women who shined brighter than the sun, who moved tides like the moon, who danced in ways that made the seasons change and the stars shine down to the bottom of the ocean. This line of women whose veins held spirit in ways that had oppression and fear shaking in their goddamn boots. I come from a line of women with warrior hearts, healer hands, piercing eyes, and razor-sharp minds, whose truth and tongue cuts through like a blade wrapped in flowers. Women whose souls have transcended every ounce of hell that was forced onto them because they believed in themselves when no one and nothing else did. Women who lived to see another day, and women whose bodies died in the midst of an unfortunate moment, but their spirits could not be broken. A pulse ends, but a soul lives on. A woman's deepest state of existence cannot be stolen from her because she is the depth that resides within it. That depth is me. I come from a line of women whose mere auric fields birthed life, creation, love, truth, freedom, and an unfuckwitableness into every room they walked into, every cell of every part of this world. Though many are trapped, there aren't walls thick enough to keep this light from retrieving itself. I come from a line of women whose tears have fallen like the ocean, whose barefoot steps under the moonlight planted seeds of blood and flowers that still blossom today, whose breath was one with the air that I now breathe, whose life force I feel in the flames of every candle I set fire to. These women were the darkest of the night and the brightest of the light, all wrapped up into an ancestral line of songs sung by everything that turned into who I am in this very moment. These women did not die in vain, and I am not here to play it small and keep myself in a box just because a bunch of lost souls and abusive pieces of shit people sleep easier when I keep myself there. I was not born to be scared, to be alive. I have taken bullets for people in my life who let me down. Most of them turned out to be the person standing behind the gun. But it is these women who live inside of me, who are me, that are still standing, still rising, still singing and dancing and truth-telling and screaming into the winds of change. These women, who might not be related to me by blood, but are related to me enough to draw themselves into me at moments where I feel at my lowest. These women whose bones make up my own, whose whispers guide my intuition into pointing the needle in my heart's compass. I cannot follow a man-made path, so I pave my own with the guidance of all that came before me, and I do not want to follow a man-made path. All their journeys help me on my own, even when I don't realize it. I trust them more than I trust anyone else. They have been with me when no one else has. I cannot see them or touch them in the way that you can touch a person. It's something when all I have is me. I am a thunderstorm of all the women who came before me and live inside of me. I am the lightning that strikes down upon the dark night and helps people realize who the fuck they are. Most people run from that, some of them hurt me for it, but I do it for the ones that feel free when I do. And I do it for myself too. I am the woman that is me, who was born many moons ago and will one day fade into the wind again, back into the stars, back home. So with this, I break free, and with that, I rise. While I do not have human children on my own, I will continue to birth my creativity and my voice into this world the same way I would carry a child into it, and I will leave behind these pieces of me so that one day, when I'm gone, when I take my final breath, I will never have to come back into this world, but I'll leave the best parts of me in it.